He was dragging me around by my hair, beating me up in front of the girls. Like, I still to this day can hear my kids screaming, like, please get off of her, like, you're gonna kill her, you're killing our mom. Hawk Ridge is a place I have kind of known about since I've moved to Duluth, but I really started coming here about 2 years ago. It's the place where my mind isn't always crazy. It's the first place I found real, like, peace. I am a mother of 3 little girls. I have 3 dogs and a cat. I ended up with Safe Haven because in 2017, I found myself in a very serious domestic violent relationship to where me and my children were held captive for almost 9 months and brought across the country while I was pregnant with my abuser's daughter. I was able to, like, secretly text my mom, like, this is, like, what's actually happening. She was trying to convince me to go, like, to Washington with my aunt because he didn't, like, really know her or anything like that. Or, like, up to Ely with my sister. I'm like, no, like, I just want to go home. Like, my kids need to be home. Like, they need to be somewhere familiar. Like, I want to go to Safe Haven. Like, I just need to get to Safe Haven. Safe Haven made me feel like it's okay not to be ashamed of what happened. They were constantly there to help me from being re-victimized by other people of power. Safe Haven went with me to every court date. They helped me find an apartment. They would help get me to visits with my children. They literally went completely, probably out of their way than what is normally asked of them. One thing that I really remember that, like, really sticks in my head is I was going through, like, court with my kids, and I remember coming back and just really having a bad day, and, like, in my room on my bed was, like, this care package, and it had, like, a blanket and like fuzzy socks and chapstick and just this note from everybody at Safe Haven.
At Safe Haven, our mission is to provide safety, space to heal, advocacy, and empowerment for women and their children and all survivors of domestic violence. It can be a bit overwhelming to think about because there are so many things that a person needs to leave their abusive situation. And we try to meet all of those needs for people that are coming into our program at whatever stage they're at in the process of breaking free, and then also trying to help them set themselves up for success in the future. We currently have a team of 39, and those folks range from advocates to supervisors to administrators to our finance team. And so we really do try to cover the gamut. We're one of only 2 domestic violence shelters in the Arrowhead region, and the largest of the 2, with our sister organization being able to house only 10 people at a time. We have 1,500 people come through our resource center looking for help with orders for protection, legal advocacy, all of the services we provide at that location. And then we have about an additional 500 that come into our shelter program, and those are the folks that really need somewhere safe to be to escape their living situation.
Domestic violence survivors are not people in this kind of other category that we don't know, that you can just kind of set aside and think like, well, that doesn't impact me, or I don't know anybody in this category. Survivors of domestic violence are their mothers, their aunts, sisters, their brothers, neighbors, co-workers. They're everywhere in our community. They're people we know, and they are lives that matter. Historically, the issue of domestic violence has been something that's been kind of kept under wraps, and there's been like shame wrapped up in it, and there's, you know, partly a need for confidentiality, but Safe Haven hasn't really been in my opinion, as present in the community as I think we can and should be. And that is something that over the last several years, we've really worked hard to put our name out there, to put our services out there, to help survivors know that it's not their fault, that there's help, and that they can come to us as many times as they need to. No matter what, we're gonna meet them with the same kindness, the same advocacy, because they deserve it.
I started my work here as an advocate, and I had no idea what I was getting into in the best way possible. I remember the first client who came into our shelter program. She came in with her dog, and we talked for a little bit, and she had not been allowed to shower, and she was very dirty and felt very self-conscious about that. And I asked her what she needed to feel like she was ready to do her paperwork, which can be a bit difficult. And she said, "I just need to take a shower. I just need to take a shower." So I gave her a bag of shampoo and some hygiene things, and she took a shower. And she came back to the office and immediately just started crying. She talked so much about the shampoo that was in her bag, and it's strawberry scented shampoo. And she said, I've never smelled something so beautiful in all of my life, because this to me now smells like freedom, and this is always the scent that is going to bring me back to gaining my freedom. It's difficult to measure qualitatively what we do at Safe Haven, because our greatest measure of success is that people who are leaving their domestic violence situation feel that they have accomplished that. I think we have the commitment of a lot of really incredible people doing the actual work. We wouldn't be able to do what we do at Safe Haven without folks that are committed to making a meaningful gift, whether it's $25 or $25,000. Every dollar helps us provide hope, and every dollar helps us save lives.
Just because bad things happen doesn't mean that you can't be successful, that you can't take that and make it into something good. This doesn't define who you are as a person. It does not have to define your future.